You don't shut down the government because you have a policy disagreement about a totally separate issue. And that's what the Democrats have done. And it really is astonishing to go back 20 years. I mean, I pretty much the entire time, guys, that I've paid attention to American politics, I have seen Democrats stand before the American people and say, you don't shut down the government because you're not getting what you want. And here they are last night, the far left faction of Senate Democrats, they shut down the government. Why? Because they're not getting what they want. You don't shut down the government because you have a policy disagreement about a totally separate issue.
Hey, welcome in, Patriots. Really appreciate everybody rolling up. Welcome to Courageous Media. Really appreciate you being here. We got a great show. We got a video for you today just about the Schumer shutdown, which is now official as of midnight last night or this morning, depending on how you class it. As of midnight, the shutdown is in effect. So we're not going to see a huge impact for the first 2 weeks because essentially we learned this from Russell Vought and some others that all of the October 1st or the September 30th paychecks will go out to everybody. So all non-essential government personnel will still get paid today. However, in 2 weeks, if this shutdown is still going on, none of that pay will happen. They will all, according to previous government rules, be officially furloughed. They'll be laid off, temporarily. They'll go home. They'll have a nice vacation that is unpaid for now, but then they get all their back pay. However, that looks like it's not going to happen. Russell Vought and Donald Trump have put in place plans in place to permanently RIF all of those government workers, which absolutely needs to happen. They need to follow on behind that and permanently cut all of those government programs. Any non-essential government program that is not funded by the continuing resolution that they just didn't vote for needs to be permanently cut. It needs to be permanently shuttered. When they come back with a funding resolution and all that money gets put back in, then Donald Trump can say, I'm sorry, all those programs were cut. Therefore, via rescission package, we're giving all this money back. We don't need it. That's exactly what needs to happen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Susan Quinn, really appreciate you rolling up. Crybabies want their way again. Exactly. But the news today is that this is not going well for Shutdown Schumer and the Democrats. We've already got videos posted on social media which lambast the Dems and Schumer over this shutdown. We've got Schumer on MSNBC, PMSNBC, BS Now, making a complete fool of himself, trying to defend this. Everybody knows that what they are asking for is $1.5 trillion in spending and for 10 million illegal aliens to get health care. And that's just not going to happen. The Republicans are not going to vote for it. So let's dive right in. We've got the first clip is Schumer on with Joe Scarborough, who's a complete imbecile and a complete propagandist because he doesn't hold Schumer's feet to the fire on any of this, which is to be expected from BS Now. But check this out because the narrative is out there. Schumer can say it's an effing lie all he wants, but we're going to show you that social media has already proven that that is not correct. Here we go.
That the administration is pushing. Could you please explain? And by the way, we're going to ask you some tough questions. We've been knocking your name around today. So, but I feel like this is most important. We need to clear this up because this is the lie that Republicans are using to try to confuse their base, lie to their base, lie to the American people. Talk about the claim that Democrats are shutting down the government to give illegal immigrants health care benefits.
Yep, Joe, you are right on the money. It's a total, absolute effing lie. And why are they doing it? You talked about clicks and emotion. That's some of the reason. But I'll tell you the real reason. They're afraid of the truth. They know that what they've done to health care has decimated health care for so much of America, 20 million of Americans. And so they're trying to hide the truth. They thought that they could barrel us into a shutdown simply because we wanted to fix that health care. And they haven't been able to. They've tried to lie, as you said. They try to bludgeon us. But I think the number one reason that they're lying is they're afraid of the truth. Let me tell you something that we just learned from Kaiser Health. The average American's health care premium, which they're starting to get notices of today, October 1st, is going to double. It can go up from $900 to $1,900. Well, what do you think's going to happen when American families sit down at the kitchen table this week and see those bills? They say, what are we going to do? Do we have to drop health insurance altogether? Do we have to cut back? And
so there you've got Schumer just absolutely lying on BS now. And you always know that Schumer is lying and that Schumer is nervous when he starts to use profanity, even when he tries to cover it up. That's an effing lie. Now, that was the tell right there. Whenever Schumer does that, he's completely being disingenuous. They know exactly what they're asking for. They asked for two major things. They demanded. They didn't ask. They demanded, in order to not shut down the government, they demanded for all of the Medicare, all of the Medicare provisions that were part of the big, beautiful bill that took illegals off healthcare, that took able-bodied people off healthcare. They want those back on. They want to violate federal law, because realize the big, beautiful bill was a bill. It was passed. It is now federal law. So it is now federal law that illegals cannot get healthcare. They cannot get Medicaid or Medicare. They want to reinstate that in violation of federal law. They can't do that as part of a continuing resolution. Second, they want to add $1.5 trillion in spending. They want to put back all of the pork money for that funds liberal media. They want to put back all of the nonsense for, gender transitions in Ecuador and, LGBTQ Sesame Street in, the Middle East, whatever. They want all of that pork spending back, because that is the Democrat money. That 1.5 trillion would then flow outside of the government into NGOs. Those NGOs would take a cut, hand it to a different set of NGOs. They would take a cut, hand it to a different set of NGOs. They would take a cut, and it would eventually meet its way back into Democrat politician coffers, into the DNC. They want to fund Democrats and the DNC with your tax dollars. That's what they've been doing for the last 40 years. And Republicans have caught on, and Johnson and Trump and Thune have said, oh, hell no, we're not doing that. So now you've got Schumer out there throwing a temper tantrum. It's an effing lie, throwing a temper tantrum because that's all he can do. Now, I want to dive into, there's one more video I want to play because it's Maxine Waters basically doing the same thing, trying to avoid the question. But then we're going to get into some much better videos that you're going to love. We got a social media video which proves Schumer's that is evidence against Schumer's attestation that no, everybody knows this is a lie. No, actually they don't. The Dem voters out there know that this is the Schumer shutdown. And then we got Trump absolutely trolling Schumer on this whole thing. But let's dive right in first to Maxine Waters on the steps of the Capitol. Check this out. And as I do that, really appreciate everybody rolling up. Thanks everybody for being here. Lynn Sanger in the house. Susan Quinn was first one in. Lynn Sanger in the house. If you are ruled by emotion and not truth, crying, screaming, and whining is all you can do. Exactly. Bob is in the house. Mike Thomas in the house. Really appreciate you rolling up. Please, everybody, smash that like button for me. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Here we go.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if the government does shut down, American
Excuse
employees are going to
me,
be furloughed.
stop it right there. We're not prioritizing. What we're doing is saying simply we want to keep the government open, and we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open, and health care is at the top of our agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody.
That's right. They're demanding health care for everybody the world over. They want you to pay for health care for every single resident of the planet. They want them all to come to America. They want them all to get free healthcare. They want them all to get free stuff. And they want them all to illegally vote for Democrats. That's exactly what this is. There's Maxine Waters saying the quiet part out loud in her incredibly imbecilic and shambolic way. Here we go.
We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on. What you're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just
you're
asking
divisive.
questions.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, that's
you're being divisive. No,
I'm
please. You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Appreciate it.
Exactly. They want to save healthcare for all people. They want illegal, non-citizen criminals to have healthcare, and they want you to pay for it, you and I. And we're done. Now, Johnson has basically told them to go kick rocks. Thunes told them to go kick rocks. Trump has told them to go kick rocks. I love it. Pound sand, jump off a pier. Pick your analogy. I don't really care. In any case, the Republicans need to hold firm and simply say this is the Schumer shutdown, and we are not going along with any of this. There will not be one thin red cent of additional spending. No compromise, no nothing. You either vote for the CR as the House passed it, which is totally clean, or don't. And if you don't, we shut the government down. We don't lay everybody off. We fire everybody. We cut every government program, and we move on. That's what I want to see. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Didn't know. Yeah, it sure looks like it, doesn't it? All right. In the meantime, this has got to be the most hilarious video that I have seen in the last couple of weeks. And it is Donald J. Trump being absolutely savage. So we're going to pull this up because Trump posted this as the shutdown was taking place. And it is absolutely classic. Now, full disclaimer, this is AI. Schumer did not actually say these words. So for the YouTube fact checkers out there, this is AI. This is not the actual words of Schumer. And no, Hakeem Jeffries didn't actually wear a sombrero and a fake mustache. But here we go. You've got to see this video because Trump is just trolling the heck out of the Democrats. And it is classic.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
The fact that Trump did this, the fact that Trump posted this, he didn't repost it. Trump posted this, which means he had to get somebody to make it. And then he posted it to his account. It's just classic. Oh, I saw this. I was cracking up. So I would say take this meme and post it everywhere because as much as this is AI and Schumer didn't actually say those words, this is the absolute 100% unvarnished truth. Everybody hates Democrats. The Hispanics, the Latinos hate Democrats. Even the blacks hate the Democrats now. Nobody wants to vote for Democrats. So they need to import illegal aliens who they can control, give them free stuff, threaten them with deportation or taking away their free stuff if they don't vote for Democrats. And then maybe they can have a voting bloc until those people actually, build a life here in America, and then they won't vote for him either. This is absolutely classic. All right. Now, I told you that even Democrat voters are out there, and they are attributing this as the Schumer shutdown. They are not buying this nonsense that Schumer was just peddling on MSDNC BS now. They realize this is the Schumer shutdown, and they realize exactly what Schumer and the Dems are demanding, and they're fed up with it. Now, spoiler alert, there is some seriously bad language in this next video, so take it with a grain. So I apologize for that. But the sentiments that she is talking about speak directly to the lies that Schumer was telling on his BS Now segment. Check this out.
So the Democrats want to give away $1.4 billion of free motherfucking money to the immigrants for health care. And if not, if the other side don't agree with it, they talking about shutting down the motherfucking government. Why the fuck do you bitches fight so hard for everybody but your own motherfucking people? I'm sorry, those folks weren't supposed to be here to begin with. I don't really give two flying fucks. What about us? What about us motherfuckers who struggle to pay for health care? And even though we pay a fortune on our motherfucking health care, it still ain't enough. It still the fuck ain't enough. You still gotta come out of pocket for hella shit. Motherfuckers dying because they can't afford health care around this bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? You be dying and have to be motherfucking airlifted. You know how much that shit costs? I saw a lady post her bill. It was almost $60,000 motherfucking dollars. That's what we deal with when it comes to health care. Sorry, not motherfucking sorry. They gotta fend for their goddamn self. Help us, Americans, before you worry about helping everybody else. God damn. I'm sick of that motherfucking ass. And you know what? I don't even think the money going to the people. The money they want to give to the illegal immigrants, it ain't going to the illegal immigrants. It's going in their pocket. It's got to be.
Exactly. It's going to NGOs. Those NGOs are funneling it to more NGOs. Those NGOs are, everybody's taking a cut and they're funneling it right back into Democrat pockets. That is exact. She has figured out the Democrat scam to a T. She knows that they want to give illegals money and other stuff so that they'll vote for them. She knows that they want to denigrate. They want to put all the illegals, all the non-citizens above Americans. They don't care about Americans. They don't care about working Americans. They want to peddle money to illegals to get them to vote for them. And it's a very small amount of money. The 1.5 trillion and the $500 billion that they're talking about is eventually going to go back in their pockets. She is 100% spot on, and she's figured them out, and she's called them out. This is absolutely great. Lynn Sanger, that's Benny Johnson quality AI right there. I agree. It is definitely the type of stuff that he would do, but he posted it on X and talked about the fact that Donald Trump was savage for having made this. So Benny Johnson didn't make it, although it's something that he would absolutely do. I got to give you that. Lynn Sanger, I've got my quote of cursing today. Yes, you have. Reppins 12, the left has lost it and they are losing their voters, 100%. Now, in the midst of all this, realize that the Republicans, there are several Republicans right now that are, I mean, this is, let's be honest, this is window dressing because most of these people are quite wealthy beyond their $150,000 salary. But there are several Republicans out there that are foregoing their salary during this time. And because you've got a couple that have actually sent letters to the paymaster, the comptroller, the Congress saying, don't pay me, withhold my pay. And now you've got two pieces of legislation that have been authored, one by Senator Rick Scott and one in the House by Republicans that essentially withhold all paychecks for congressional members during a shutdown. So Republicans are using this on two fronts. One, they're using it as a means to cut the government. We're going to get into that, but they're also using it as a photo op, essentially a giant photo op for saying they are for the people and they're standing with you, the people who are now no longer getting paid. Check this out.
September 30. I'm a business guy. I always pass budgets. And by the way, if you didn't do your job in business, you didn't get paid. You don't show up and do your job, you don't get paid. Why are we getting paid? We shouldn't get paid if we don't do our job. We need to figure out how to work together to get our budgets done. It's as simple as that.
So you're going to offer legislation to not get paid during shutdowns?
Absolutely. I already have a bill. We've got a bill that we don't get paid during the shutdown. Ron Johnson's got a bill that will never have shutdowns. That should pass also. But on top of that, what are the Democrats doing? This is a clean resolution. All we're doing is keeping the funding. Actually, the funding is too high. It's still the Biden funding. But I don't want to shut down government, so I support it. But the Democrats, they want a shutdown for whatever reason. How is this good for the country? Nobody wins with a shutdown.
I hear you. And what about people at home that aren't as politically engaged as you and I are?
So you got Senator Rick Scott. You've also got a congressman in the House, both pushing bills to basically say, hey, Congress doesn't get paid. Congress doesn't do their job. If Congress doesn't fund the government, they get nothing, which I absolutely 100% agree with. And I don't believe there's a single American that would not get on board with this type of legislation. So this could be huge. This is another little feather in the cap for the Republicans as this whole shutdown goes on. Now, I got two pieces of breaking news. One from Thune, check this out, because he's saying that there's going to be a vote today. I believe it might be at 12 or 1 o'clock Eastern time, that they are calling a vote and that the Democrats have a chance to end this shutdown. Do I think it'll happen? No, I don't. But check this out.
Our House colleagues for doing the work. You sent us a clean, continuing resolution. Unfortunately, we are here this morning in a government shutdown that Democrats wanted. Chuck Schumer, at the behest of a bunch of liberal, far-left activist groups, has walked his Democrat colleagues into a boxed canyon. There's no way out, folks. There's no way out. This could have been avoided. It's totally unavoidable. And everybody's now asking the question, how does this end? Well, it ends when the Senate Democrats pick this bill up, passed by the House of Representatives, and vote for it. It's on the floor of the Senate. We're going to vote later this morning on this, 24 pages. Does this look partisan? Does this look dirty to you? 24 pages to fund the government. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing else. The House kept it simple. We kept it simple in the Senate. This is something, as the Speaker noted, that 13 times in the past Senate Democrats have done when they were in the majority and Joe Biden was in the White House. This is a very straightforward issue.
So they have the option to end this today. And if they don't, it is going to get ugly. I am building more and more faith in both Trump and Vought and others in the administration to absolutely use this as an open door to take a wrecking ball to the federal bloated bureaucracy. Check this out. This will be our last little, it's not a video, but this will be our last little segment for today. First, I wanted to say this. Cat Turd has it exactly right. No, let Russ Vought cook. So don't, because Eric Doherty posted this as the Senate will soon vote to reopen the government. No, they're going to vote, but they got to get basically 9 Democrats to get on board, and we'll see if they do it. Cat Turd says, no, let Russ Vought cook. I'm kind of with Cat Turd on this one. Check this out, because I think this is where things are going to go, and this is going to get really ugly for Democrats. Breaking. Office of Management Budget Director Russ Vought will meet with the White House Republicans, with the House Republicans at 1 p.m. to discuss slashing federal departments during the shutdown. Oh, it's about to get good. Thank you, Chuck Schumer. There is no court that can intervene in this. The government is not funded. The president and his surrogate, as the director of OMB, have, per rules and statutes, the responsibility to determine what is essential and non-essential. And they are forced by law to not fund things that Congress hasn't funded. They can't spend money. They can't enter into commitments. Therefore, they should take a wrecking ball at 1 p.m., which will be in about 2 hours. Let's say 1 hour. They should take a wrecking ball to the federal bureaucracy. They should take the 744,000 plus already designated non-essential federal employees and riff them immediately. Immediately, done. You're out. Goodbye. And then take every single federal program that is deemed non-essential and end it, permanently end it right now. The government is not funded. These programs are not funded. They don't have another funding source. End them. Per OMB, deem them non-essential. They're not funded. End them permanently. Make Congress go back and vote on every single one of them. When they refund the government and all that money flows back into the executive branch and they're supposed to fund these programs, say, I'm sorry, those programs were ended. So you can just post a rescission, you can have the money back. As for all of the federal employees that were fired, they could go back and rehire a portion of them, but make sure they are all deep red MAGA people. Let's gut the federal bureaucracy and the deep state all at the same time. That's what needs to happen. Let me know what you think. In Keep It Shut Down, Weapons 12, I'm with you. Let's cut the federal government. Let's cut hundreds of billions of dollars annually out of the budget. Let's balance the budget right now. We can do it. The government is shut down. Russ Vought has essentially almost unlimited authority to determine what is essential and non-essential and cut it permanently. Let's make that happen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please, if you haven't already, smash that like button for me. Let me know you're here. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you like the content, please share Courageous Media with everybody that you know. We got to get that. All that stuff helps us greatly with the YouTube algorithm. Likes, comments, shares. That's fantastic. Also, if you're so inclined, please hit that join button. Join us as a member of the Courageous Army on YouTube. Really appreciate everybody rolling up. Until I catch you next time, remember that God is good and he is sovereign. Have a great day.